How's it going, everybody? I am Sean from Pipe and Burner, back with another beer review. This time from Upstate Brewing Company out of Elmira slash Horseheads, New York. It's like right on the border. And this is their Common Sense Kentucky style common ale, coming in at 5.3% alcohol, 22 IBUs at time of recording, um, canned on July 14th, 25. It is mid-October, so August, September, about 3 months old. Assuming it's probably not that good. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm assuming it's not good that I'm drinking it 3 months old. I probably should drink it fresher. That's what I'm trying to say. Not, got that out there. So it's a dark beer that's easy drinking with just a hint of hops, based on a style of beer that was popular before the Prohibition in Louisville, Kentucky. After Prohibition, many small regional breweries never returned, and the style died out. I read about Kentucky style common ale in an old book, American Brewing, and now we're bringing it back. Um, Full transparency, I've had this beer so many times. Um, when I first got into craft over a decade ago, there was 3 breweries that were local to me: Horseheads Brewing, Birdland Brewing, and Upstate Brewing. Birdland is no longer around anymore. Unfortunately, that closed down. Upstate is still going strong. I've seen many upgrades from them, renovations of their brewery. I can remember when they were a tiny little tasting room that you could fit maybe 5 people in, and they had 3 beers on tap. Common Sense was one of them. I believe their XPA was on. Was it their XPA? Or was it their IPW? Might have been their IPW. I think it was their IPW India Pale Wheat, and then they had a Spring Blonde on because it was one of their seasonal at the time. They were open less than a year when I first started getting them, or drinking them, going to the brewery. So I like this beer. I'll be honest though, I haven't had it in a long time. I don't give them the love like I should. They are super local to me. I should, I would love to try to get more beer done from them. I'm always doing New Trail. I'm never doing Upstate, and I really should. They put out amazing beer. Uh, Hobson's a Columbus, Cascade, and Williamette. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it now. Hashtag proper glassware, because got the logo. Kind of logo out. Hell of a head on it. Hell of a head. Man, that head is crazy. It is a huge head. I did not mean to do that. It just kind of happened. What I can see the body is a dark, almost kind of a brown ale looking darkness to it. You got like 3 fingers worth of tan khaki foamy head there. If you tilt it, you can see the body a little bit better. Yeah, like a light brown ale, almost like a reddish brown hue going on there. The head seems to be dying down pretty decently. And I get swirl going on there. Not so much. All right, that head is freaking huge. Hopefully it dies down some so I can give this an aroma smell. Right, I'm gonna try to let that down. I'll smell it out of the can then, I guess. Malty, sweet maltiness, bready, biscuity. Not really getting any hop aroma off of it. Again, that could be, because of the age on it. Like I said, it's 3 months old. It's not exactly the freshest. I did pick this up at my local Wegmans, out of the freezer section. Imagine it may have just been sitting there for a minute. It hasn't hadn't sold too well. I picked this up. I'll be honest. I picked this about a month ago. So I picked this up at the tail end of September. So by then it already had 2 months on it of just sitting on their shelf. So yeah, yeah, deep malt, biscuity, bready, kind of a yeast character. A little bit of caramel, molasses, kind of a smell. So let's get a taste on her. Deep malt, caramel, like caramel, caramel, molasses, kind of a flavor coming through. Kind of like a crackery graham cracker flavor. Very, very thick, on the thicker side. Not like a light, super easy drinking, but more of a refreshing, thick, almost like amber ale kind of a mouthfeel. Yeah, this is more leaning towards like the amber ale kind of aspect for me. Uh, like I said, deep kind of caramel molasses flavor to it. A thick body, kind of crackery, crisp bite to it. No real hot presence that I'm getting. Again, fresher, probably a lot better. I'll revisit this one down the road. Like I said, I really should try to do more from these guys, especially with how close they are to me. Overall, good. Um, Back in the day, I used to rate this a 4 all across the board every time I had it. Looking at my Untap, it was a 4 every time. Um, Now more towards like a 3.75 for me, and not so much of a 4. So times are changing. More flavorful beers I've been having and everything like that. But I know this is their staple. They still have it on their draft list at the brewery all the time. They still make cans of it. It is like their go-to flagship beer. So if you've never had something from Upstate, uh, you can get them in Western and Central New York. Pretty sure you can get them over towards the city as well. So if you see them, pick them up. They do all kinds of stuff: IPAs, porters, stouts, Kentucky Commons. Yeah, Common Sense from Upstate New York. 5.3% alcohol. 3.75. Till next time. Cheers.